Hi everyone, so today I'll be working with Spellbinders' new clear stamp of the month, possibly with the dies, and the embossing folder of the month for October of 2024, if you can believe it, guys. If you're watching this video, that means the signups are now available for new subscribers to get in, and so if you're seeing this, even if it's the 5th or the 6th, it usually opens on the 6th, that means they are ready to go. So I'll have all the links there for you guys. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. I do have them for the US and the UK, and photopolymer stamps smell so good. So we have the photopolymer set. Of course, every month they're photopolymer. It's the Holiday Besties, and I already did a whole unboxing of these guys, of the deluxe caboodle. So if you want to check out more, because I literally read everything and all that kind of stuff, check out that video. But for now, I'll show you that. And I'm using the embossing folder of the month as a little background. Is checkered argyle. So I think we're just going to get right to it. So I'm going to grab an A2 size card base. I mean, a mini slimline would be really cute in this. I mean, all these different things you can think of. But I think what I'm going to do is a background and then stamp our little characters. The dies do cut out each individual character if you want them to. Or they can be together because they're holiday besties. And then it has some sentiments, so we'll play with that in a way. So I am going to grab alcohol ink marker paper so I can color these guys in with alcohol ink markers. And probably a cute decorative die that'll cut that out for us. So I'll be right back. So a lot of times people ask me where I buy my card bases, and generally I make them. You pretty much see me here making them. And if I'm going to do that, I have plenty of envelopes, but if I'm going to make a card, of course you can make your own envelope also. And there's tons of tutorials out there myself. You know, I have them. Lots of people have them. You can check it out on YouTube, I'm sure. So A2 size piece of paper, cut at 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. That is just your standard A2 size card. Sometimes I like to do them lengthways, so cut it at 4 1/4 and then score it at 5.5. And that just makes like a landscape type, a portrait type card. This is more of a landscape shape, but it's just your standard card, so you can use it either way, right? Oh, that's a good question. I was going to do mine up and down. Yeah, I'll probably still do mine this way, but you know, that way is very cute too. I mean, whatever you like. And then for the background piece, I just grabbed this blue piece because I figure everything's very wintry in those images, so I'm going to cut this guy down. I'm not going to use that corner because it's not great. At 5 3/8. That's the kind of matte layer I like. Spellbinders also has precision dies that you can grab. There's set A and set B for A2 size. I think they also have for a mini slimline. And it'll cut it for you really nicely with that little beveled edge and everything, you know. But I'm going to do 4 1/8 in this other direction, making sure everything's flat. And, you know, if you want to do some inking, some fun things with this guy, you can definitely do that. I'm just going to run it through just the way it is. So nice and pristine and clean with a cute little argyle background. And I'm just going to run that through. With the Platinum 6, it's basically your A platform, the B, that skinnier platform with the universal plates, I should say, and one cutting plate. So I'll be right back. Okay. And there it is. I think the paper is white core, so if I wanted to run over this with a little, well, not run it over, but go over it with a buffing block, you can do that, and it'll just show some of the white underneath, which would be really cute, but I kind of see a little bit of it already, so I like that. I'm just going to glue that down, and that is our card base. Okay, so I have that adhered. This is alcohol ink marker paper, because you definitely want to do that if you're using alcohol ink markers, or if you're just going to do a little bit light coloring, you probably get away with some heavyweight paper, but it usually feathers or it's just not great. So let me see, who do I want to choose today? I'm thinking these little guys. It's like a bunny and a snowman. And I think I'm going to cut it out after I do this with a die. So I have this, I think this is from the Happy Hour set. Maybe this size. The 4th one in. Yeah, that'd be cute. So I'm just kind of eyeballing where this might be. And I'm just going to take this over to a stamp positioner and just stamp that. Okay? With a hybrid ink. And I'll be right back. So I'll just show you that right quick. I usually just do it freehand anyway, but I figured sometimes hybrid inks are a little drier than a regular ink, like your beautiful like VersaFine and things like that. And you might have to stamp it twice. You know, I can see that's dry in the little face there. So definitely going to stamp this twice. Photopolymer stamps also have a sticky dispersion layer over the top, so if you want to take a little alcohol, wipe that off, or take it and try to wash it off with, you know, some Dawn dishwashing soap, or just really try to get that off. A lot of times how I do is I just rub this against it so it takes that area off, or that surface nastiness off. But there you go. I think that's good. So yeah, I'm going to clean this up and put that guy away, let that dry. Especially if you're using alcohol ink markers with hybrid inks, you need to let that ink dry. So I'll be right back. And then, you know, whatever alcohol ink markers you have will be great. I have this really inexpensive set here that I picked up at Walmart, and super inexpensive. They work really well, so I'm just going to use those today. And I have a little chart here that shows me kind of the colors. So with a snowman, and I've shown you guys this many times before, I just kind of come in and I just add a little bit of blue here and there because it makes it look like snow without coloring him in completely in. So he's a little icy, right? So like little shadow areas where you can imagine there might be some shadow, I would just put a little something like that. No big deal. Same thing with a hat. I will say I'm not going to use blue because I want it to look different. So with some other areas, when they're supposed to be kind of white or whatever, maybe I use gray. Maybe I use a very light tan color. It just depends on if it's like food items, if it's like something like this. You know, it looks like that must be a little hat, I'm assuming. He's got a little puff down here, so maybe a little gray on that. Just simple, adding a little color here and there. So little buttons, again, if I do something in black, I don't normally go for black, like a deep black. I'll go for like a dark gray, and then I'll still shade that in. So it gives the illusion of being black without being just stark black that, you know, however. So that's a dark gray, and then I might blend it in with a lighter one, you know, something like that. Yeah, and so I'll just go through and just add a little color here and there, guys. I don't really do too much when it's a little character, little image, should I say, because I don't know, I just prefer to keep it very simple. So I'll add some red in here maybe, and then go in with a lighter one and blend that through, and that'll be enough for that, you know. So I'll be back. And again, we can also stamp our sentiment like in here, up here, whatever you want. To ground these little guys, I'm just going to take a little bit of blue and maybe, I don't know, I hardly ever use the sketch side of things, but just add a little something. It's not the biggest deal, and it can be more of a shadow if you want, or it can just be, you know, I probably went a little too far on that one. Just a little something. I guess if the shadow's going this way, it'd be going that way. It doesn't really matter. Just adding a little something so that they're not just kind of floating around. And I guess I'm just going to go like this since I already did that a little too high anyway. But like I said, it could be more of a shadow, could be just foreground, whatever. You can put some behind them, you can do inking, or not at all. So I'm going to take this guy and, how cute are they? I'm trying to think. I'll probably put the sentiment here, and I think I'm going to die cut it. I was thinking maybe stamping on the same like blue paper just to bring that blue forward or something. I don't know. We will see. So I'm just going to put that on here. and send that through. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our little guy here. Think about popping this a little bit higher up like that. Thinking maybe wishing you a sprinkle of Christmas magic. Merry everything and happy always. That'd be cute. Maybe down here, huh? Oh, okay. So I'll put this a little higher up, and then I'm just going to put that piece down at the bottom there. As you know, with alcoholic markers, you're supposed to color dark enough that the color comes through completely, and as you can see, I did not saturate it enough, but that is how you're supposed to get the true color from the marker, that you put down so much color that it saturates the back of your paper also. Well, there we are. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take that sentiment and I'll stamp it maybe here, just with some VersaFine ink, and then we'll cut it out. So I'll be right back. Stamp that, and I'm looking for, I think it's this one. Yeah, oh, it's a little bit wet still because I use VersaFine, but you can definitely heat set that if you would like. Some clear embossing powder, black embossing powder, however you want. And I'm just looking at this, I can see pretty well in there where this is going to cut, so that looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to put a little tape here and here and run that through, and I'll be right back. Okay. The paper I use isn't like the thickest paper in the world, so if I'm going to pop this up, I think, well, you know what, maybe we'll leave it right there. And I'll just glue it down. If I was going to pop it up, I would just run this through some white paper or something else to make it thicker, a little bit more substantial, and then I would pop that up. But you know what, we'll just stick this down. And that is our sweet little card, guys. So thanks for watching. Just a little coloring, a little something here and there. That's generally how I color, and that beautiful embossing in the background. And there you go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have the images coming up. I'll have links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.